Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're here with another classic Who. Before we start, you can get the full uncut, unedited version of this available over on Patreon. Also, should be up to the Arc Part 1 over on Patreon. This episode, or this story, is basically called The Chase, and no, I'm not talking about Bradley Walsh. Last episode was just average. Hopefully, I really am hoping that it starts to improve. Now we're sort of have this episode float through eternity. Hopefully it will be good. Hopefully it will be enjoyable. I don't think there's anything else. Without further ado, let's just get straight on into this episode. Well, I love all the flashing lights on the back wall.
Come on, Doctor. You weren't exactly bursting with confidence when the Iridians held us prisoner.
A momentary qualm, nothing more.
Yes, a qualm or two myself.
Yes, quite so.
Oh. Hey, I wonder how those Maya beasts are enjoying that Dalek, eh? Bit gritty.
Oh, I don't know, I think a little, Patty the Dalek a la my beast might do rather.
Oh, Doctor.
Well, we can always drop you off to find out.
Thank you very much.
We've just escaped from those things. We don't want to be sent back there.
And I don't think we'll
So
find
true.
them again. And I think you must agree that we gave them a very good hiding. Yes.
Now, what's this,
I-
Doctor?
That's my time path detector. It's been in the ship ever since I constructed it. But you know, I don't think
Time
I've read it
path
before.
detector.
What does it show?
Well, it surveys the time path we're traveling on. The fact that it's registering can only mean one thing.
Yes, go on.
There's another time machine.
What is that Dalek saying? I just don't. This whole story, the Daleks have just been weird. Or at least what they've been saying.
What flavor is it? Guava.
Ah, it's useless.
Hello. Got our battle dress on again?
The doctor doesn't seem to be having much luck.
No. Well, if we can't escape from them, we'll have to stay and fight them.
But we're in front. We could keep moving. Yes, but for how long, Vicky? Let's ask the doctor. Is she
Yeah, just stop and fight, the way Ian said it.
We're quite unable to elude them.
Doctor, what are we going to do when we're left?
I assume the Daleks will be landing here.
Here, on top of the Empire State Building, you're on the 102nd story above the ground level, at a height of 1,473 feet. This is the tallest building, the tallest structure in the entire world.
Not
Now you know,
anymore.
when you come up in the elevator, it took you 7 minutes. Well, this way down, you want to get down in a hurry, it would take you 30 seconds. Well, of course, we don't recommend that. Now, as we gaze out across the panorama,
We sure don't have anything like that in Alabama. No, sir.
I don't know if these are accurate accents done by British people or whatever it is.
Could have sworn that thing wasn't here just now.
Oh god, I know him. What have I seen him in?
Morning.
Was he on Blue Peter?
No, I'm from Alabama.
What time is it?
I think I'm getting that right. I'll have to look that up.
After 12, ma'am.
I really meant, what year is this?
What, you mean you have different years here?
Well, what year?
Doctor, this is no place to meet the Daleks. A lot of innocent people could get hurt.
Yes, quite so, dear boy. Well, computers will be ready in a few moments. I suggest that we re-embark. Vicky,
That's interesting, seeing Ian and Barbara
you going
so
back in?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, now,
willing
come on,
to
wait a
go.
minute. I just bet you folks are from Hollywood. You're making some kind of motion picture. Now that's it, ain't it? No, it ain't. I mean, it just come on. You tell me. Your secret will be safe. Yes, sir. Real safe. A secret. Sure, I've seen this trick before. Great long police cars coming out of the tiny little wooden sheds. I saw you come out of there with my own eyes. That's real clever how they've done that. Sure, but don't beat off.
I mean, I've obviously only seen, you know, pretty much close to 2 seasons.
It's clever. God darn it if they ain't gone and done it again.
They do look a bit funny.
Howdy, mister. Say, you sure are an ugly looking critter. What's the name of this film, mister? My boy, you come all over in blue spots.
That's what it was, Blue Spot.
No. There ain't no need to get sold. The other movie people was right friendly. Oh, beep. Where are they? They just left. They was in some kind of beat-up old blue wooden box. It just kind of like vanished. Hey, Sarah, I thought they'd have been chasing you. Just hold it there, mister. I want to get a picture.
I think his act was funny with the Daleks. I don't think it was so good with the Doctor and his friends. But I'm sure that's the Blue Peter person.
Well, dang me, they ain't gone and done it again. This is the greatest thing. It's got to be around here somewhere. Just can't vanish into thin air. I know you're there somewhere, boy.
I enjoy my wife. It gives me a chance. You know, I get around to it in
There's got to be a trick to it somehow. Yes, sir. I'll bet there's here.
Man, they probably think the guy's gone had a psychotic break.
Keep an eye on him. See that he don't jump over the building. I'll get a cop. Watch him, huh?
Just can't vanish into thin air. Here.
Interesting model ship.
Land about 6 miles off to the south southwest, sir. Aye. That'll be the island of Santa Maria, one of the Azores group. We're making poor time, Mr. Richardson. And now it be calm after the storm.
Mark the reading on the deck log, sir.
I'm going below.
Got you!
Oh, let go of me, let go
No,
of me.
you don't, my beauty. Captain Briggs has got a way of dealing with stowaways.
I am not a stowaway and you're hurting my hands.
Just you keep still.
Oh, he's
Where have you been hiding?
Quite-
since you set sail, eh?
I haven't been hiding.
Quite
I've
mel-
just come on board.
Oh. I suppose you're some sort of a mermaid that's lost her tail, eh? You swum out from Santa Maria.
Jeez, he is-
To give us poor, lonely sailormen a little
he
bit of
is
memory.
really aggressive. Jeez.
Quickly!
Damn. Oh, jeez.
I'm terribly sorry. Did I hurt? Oh, that's a silly question. Oh, Ian, I didn't mean it. Oh, Ian.
How could the helmsman not have seen what was happening between him and Barbara?
Go away. Aye, sir. Get away.
I got hit her over the head.
By her?
No, sir, I couldn't have been. I was holding her arms. Do you think it was the A white Barbary tent?
That's ungodly superstition, Mr. Richardson. We've more than one stowaway aboard, Mr. Wilson.
Aye, sir. The storm...
So that's like a scanner.
We are materializing now.
I like that. It's a bit like the opening credits.
And nobody here, Willoughby. We'll try below. Oh, I can't.
Oh, jeez. Hope the kid's okay. Abandoned ship is certainly what you need to do in this situation.
It has not yet been discovered.
Okay, so they literally think that the TARDIS is
You, sir,
from Earth.
there.
Oh, jeez.
It's funny.
It was a
Seen the
bit
joke
funny.
yet, I must say. Ooh. One thing I did see, by the way. Name of that ship we were on.
What was that?
The Mary Celeste.
Mary Celeste.
I'm afraid not. It's down to 8.
8
It'll be
minutes.
reduced even further after our next landing. We must trace the facts. The Daleks are closing in on us.
Okay, I think that episode was better than the previous ones. Not anything spectacular, especially when it came to the Daleks. They seem really... I don't like using the term clowny, but they certainly don't seem like a threat like they're supposed to. They seem more like a joke. Again, I don't like using that with any Doctor Who thing. Unfortunately, I better just check before I break down the episode. Because, yes, the audio is still working. Just had an issue with my audio, that's all. Yeah, obviously we were introduced to a number of different locations, which was interesting. Nice to see a bit of diversity within an episode of locations. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what the hell is wrong with my audio. Keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. Hopefully the breakdown should go well. We start off basically where we ended. We find ourselves in the TARDIS, basically just having a conversation, having a little bit to eat. Ian goes and gets changed, basically discussing, you know, that we're being tracked by the Daleks. We then see the Dalek ship, and the Daleks are just having a conversation about, you know, tracking them, exterminating them. The usual things Daleks do. And I liked all this time in the TARDIS. Then we land in New York. Yeah, so we're here in New York, looking down on the streets below. and then the TARDIS arrives, and this actor, who I'm pretty sure is in Blue Peter. 1966 is the year that we land. The guy here, he isn't exactly the smartest cookie. Ian's quite concerned about facing the Daleks here, that, you know, a lot of innocent people could get hurt. Which is nice, and, you know, I would have thought Barbara and Ian would have been very keen to stay here, but I think they both realise that if they stay here, the Daleks might follow them, which is good, you know, they're thinking of the whole instead of their own wants and needs. Then we have the Daleks arriving, so we had the Daleks in Manhattan here. Oh, that was just an awful story in New Who. Yeah, then we have quite a funny scene. I actually found that scene really funny between him and the Daleks. It was quite a comedic scene. And obviously the people thought, you know, he was having some sort of psychotic break. We find out that the TARDIS, like, we're still being followed by the Daleks. We land on a boat. A sailing ship, I should say, not a boat, it's a ship. Barbara's mistakenly recognized as a stowaway, which, in a way, I suppose she is. Vicky then stops that guy from hurting Barbara anymore, and then ends up whacking Ian as well. Poor Ian. It's pretty funny, though. And the TARDIS disappears. He goes to the captain, tells him his stowaway is on board, and they search. Then the Daleks end up landing on this ship, and yeah, obviously it scares them quite a bit. We have everyone falling into the water, including the captain's wife and, I'm assuming, newly born child. As they face the Daleks, literally they all flee, and then a Dalek actually falls over the side of the ship and sort of screams as he falls over the side. As I said, a bit of a joke in this story so far. We find out that it's the Marie Celeste. And then we also find out that our time difference is now 8 minutes. And yeah, the Daleks are starting to catch up. Okay, so that was my breakdown of The Chase Part 3. An okay story. This episode was certainly better than the first two. I don't think there's much to be said. I'm looking forward to getting into the rest of the story to a moderate degree. I don't think it's got me massively invested like the Space Museum did. But yeah, if you want to follow me on my social media accounts, there'll be a link in the description below. And yeah, I think that's all for now. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to give it a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.